Well, good morning. It is Wednesday, October 9th, 102nd day on trail. Actually, I haven't been on trail for the last 4 days. So the last video, I got to Callahan's Friday. I think that was the 4th, and spent the night there. And got up early, and I hitched to Ashland Saturday. I had a package at the post office, and my plan was to get it and head out Sunday morning. Well, the post office is closed on Saturdays in Ashland, so I had to wait till Monday. And I decided that was okay, because I'm still just haven't recovered from them surgeries and this sinus infection. So I said, all right, I'll just relax, take a couple days off. Well, Monday, cold front came in and had 70% chance of rain yesterday. I don't think it rained in Ashland. Did get below freezing. It's actually about 34 right now. Pretty chilly. Of course, I'm in shorts. Did get some new shoes. Got some, they didn't have Ultras. I've heard about them. I've never worn them. I got some Topos. They're kind of narrow is the only issue I have with them, but I could tell my feet started hurting the last couple of weeks. My feet haven't hurt the whole time on trail. It was the shoes, the padding, or the EVA was all worn out, because I've walked around these last couple of days and feet feel much better. So I did have over 500 miles on that last pair of Ultras. So anyway, I had a couple Trail Angel names, and I texted them last night, and one couldn't had to work, and a gentleman named Bill offered, and he picked me up this morning at 8:45, and I was back on trail about 9:10 this morning. Awesome. Very nice gentleman. And he was warning me about the weather, because this cold front just hit. I mean, it dropped the temps from 80. It was 80 Sunday, and probably high 40s at night. Now the highs are gonna be 50s during the day, which is fine. Hiking's awesome, but it's gonna be freezing at night until next week. He actually mentioned, he said, if I can get through this week with the temps in there, he said there is a little snow in Syed Valley in California, but he said it was nothing, like an inch. He said it's probably already gone. He said there's no forecast of snow and or below freezing temps for a while, so might be able to get the halfway point if I can survive this week starting today. It's like right now, my legs are fine. Fingers are just freezing. And head, I'm already plugged up. But anyways, I'm at mile 9. I started at mile 9:35. I have 26 miles to hit California, which I'll do tomorrow. Not gonna hike 26 today. I think it was a good idea to take some time off. Because last night before last, I had a damn fever again because of this sinus infection. Just don't have any medicine to clear it up. It's taken my body a long time to defeat it. But anyway, so I am back on trail. It's a cold one, but it is going to be sunny and not a cloud in the sky. So when I get in the openings, it'll be warm. So we're back on trail, man. After what? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days. No, 4 days off. Jeez. Lord. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Can't count. 3 days. All right. show the views. Hopefully we'll see Mount Shasta. All right, see you, bye. Well, I've been climbing the mountain here. You can see it did get a frost up here last night. And the leaves, good Lord, some of them are already brown. Leaves have turned yellow. Yeah, boy. Well, ever since I got on the trail, I've been climbing this mountain. They actually got a little dusting last night. I've been climbing this about an hour. I think you're on the backside of Ashland Ski Resort, maybe. That's the mountain I'm climbing. It's not too bad. It's gradual, and then you'll have a couple steep little sections, but they're not real long. So that tall rock in the distance is Pilot Rock. So last Thursday, I was right by that, camped right below it. Then Friday, I got into Callahan's. Well, it's about 11:15. Been hiking for 2 hours. I've done about 4 miles. Got to the top of the mountain, had a few views. Had a view of several views of Mount Shasta. So I got some pics of that, but it was going into the sun. And I don't know if I mentioned this when I was last Friday when I was at Callahan Lodge. They had a PCT logbook you could sign. And I got there on the 4th, October 4th, and there were, on the 3rd, there was a Sobo couple. I don't remember their trail name. And then there was a solo girl, Sobo, named, I think it was Raindrop. Had something to do with rainbow, raindrop. And she had written on her comment that she was the last standing Sobo. Well, Raindrop, sorry to burst your bubble, but that's me. So I am officially last Sobo. So they were only a day ahead of me, but then I ended up taking 3 days off in Ashland waiting on my package. And, well, 2 days waiting on it, and then 1 day because it was cold and rainy yesterday. And that's where this little bit of snow came. It never really rained in Ashland. I think it just flurried up here in the mountaintops. But still pretty chilly. Every few minutes I get out in the sun for a few minutes, like right now. But I'm only gonna do, like I said earlier, I got about 26 miles to get to California. So I'm going to At least do 12 today, and getting to California tomorrow. You know, I'll be in the Sayad Valley, and I can hit Etna. I think it was about 60 something miles from where I got on the trailhead. So that'll be my next town where I have to resupply. I just have 5 days of food on me and a few extra items, but I should be able to get into Etna on Friday, or excuse me, 5 days from now. As long as the weather holds up. Next week, I think next Wednesday, Thursday, supposed to have some chance of rain, which means snow up in the mountains. And I think about 2 days of that. It's not a real high chance. But then after that, it's going to warm up. Like I said earlier, if I can get through this next 5 days, 1 day off in Etna, say, I should be able to hit some warmer weather. Okay, coming up to a road. Where's the trail? I love when they don't tell you where the trail is. Oh, might be over here. So anyway, no smoking. There it is. So I'm gonna get to hiking and show you some views. Oh, that sun feels good. May have to stand here a minute. All right, see you, bye. Well, it's about 1 o'clock. Just checked. I've done 6 miles today. Started at 9:15. Stopped back, I don't know, a mile or so ago. There was a trail went right by a house, kind of their backyard. They had a picnic table set up right off the trail for PCT hikers and a faucet. But the faucet was turned off for the winter. Saw a note and gut hooks. It must have been those Sobos that were ahead of me, because they hit it on 10-4. But basically I've been climbing ever since I left that picnic table. I've been climbing. Basically I'm walking and it changed sides of the mountain. So I'm kind of, my north is to my right. Man, ground's frozen. It's cold in here. But you get out in the sun, then I'm hot. So need to keep my clothes on today. So I just want to give you a quick update. I'm in a old forest. A lot of downed trees in here. But had some views today. Mentioned I've seen Mount Shasta several times, and this big range of mountains to my left. But anyway, I'm going to keep on going, get back in the sun. Well, it's about 2 o'clock. Still walking this whole mountain chain ridge. Goes up, down. Once you start getting close to the next mountain, it'll go down some. And you're going to climb back up. But I'm about to get to the First water source of the day. Wow, it was about 7 miles from when I started. But it's iffy too. It's a seasonal stream. The last report was by a hiker was September. Said still flowing. Man, I switched directions. I'm kind of heading northwest. It is much colder in these mountains or these woods. And after I took my break this afternoon, I crossed paths with, I'm pretty sure I'm assuming he was a Nobo. He had the pack and had his winter gear on, but he was getting it. He was just cordial, a little young Asian guy. He was just cordial. He didn't want to stop and talk. He was booking. He wasn't strolling like me. Man, I'm not looking forward to filtering this cold water because you can't get it and filter without getting your hands soaked. It will be cold. Anyway, I'm gonna get to this water. Hopefully it's there. Well, it's about 4:30, done 12 miles, and I finally got some water. I've been carrying it I got to carry it for 5 miles. I've already carried it for 2.5. My back is killing me. At mile 10, there was a shelter, open shelter, kind of like I have in the AT. Man, I really thought about staying there. It would have blocked all the wind, no condensation, no wet tent in the morning. But hell, it was only 3:30 and mile 10. So I've done 12, and I have 2.5 to the camp. It's only a one-man tent site, but hell, that'll give me 14 for the day. And it'll be pretty much dark when I get there. I just happen to be above tree line. I'm at 7,000 feet right now, so I'm above tree line, but I'm gonna go, plus, yeah, I didn't want to camp this high. So ain't gonna be able to get down to 6,300. So I'll be dropping 700 feet here over the next 2.5 miles. But that'll be about, I don't know, 3-4 degrees cooler, warmer. Because they're still All those trees back there, you can't see in the camera. They are covered in snow and ice. They're just now, I went under them and man, it was dropping like it was snowing because the sun's finally hitting the west side of them. So that whole mountainside is still covered in snow. All the trees. So I guess that was from last night. But yeah, I'm pretty tired being off for 4 days. Actually, if there's a campsite here, I'd probably take it out in the open because the sun will be coming up right over there. But anyway, I got to get going because I'm going slow, so it's going to take me, hell, probably an hour and a half to get there. So it's going to be 6 o'clock. Time I set everything up, it'll be 7, and if I'm on this side where the sun's setting, it'll be dark. So anyway, there you go. Here is another view of Mount Shasta in the background. That will be the western side. Well, I just got to the top of, I don't know, my 5th or 6th mountain today. So I have a new view on the kind of north side. Well, it's 5:30 and I'm finally going downhill and got out of that wind. Whew. There's no way I could have camped up there. So basically, this trail today has been following the Ashland Mountain Ski Road all day. I mean, there's a dirt road. Every now and then I'll see, there it is right now. And I have heard a few cars. There's the road back out there. So I've seen it off and on all day. But anyway, I got about a mile to camp. And it's a one-man tent site. I'm wondering if that Asian guy stayed there last night because I have seen his footprints. He's got the same shoes as me, Topos. They have a distinctive tread. And when I get to the west or north side of the mountains, there's a little snow in the ground, and I've seen his footprints all day. So he might have camped here. It's about the time we crossed paths. Yeah, he probably had to. Man, it is going to be cold tonight. Woo. I've already been thinking what I'm going to wear. I would say the ground, when you get on the north side, it's still frozen from last night, or the last few nights, I guess. So, wow, if it's supposed to be 32 down in Ashland, And I don't know what Ashland's elevation is. I can check it later, but man, it could be low 20s up here. And by the time I get to camp, I'm going to be at 14 miles, so I can't go any farther. I'm done. I'm done now. Wow. Oh, hell's right by the road. I was going to say, here's a campsite. And it had that easterly sun in the morning. So I'm heading due west right now. I've gone every which way today. North, west, south. Not much south, to be honest. The trail, when it leaves Ashland, kind of goes west quite a bit. And then takes you down south. So I've gone west more than anything today. So anyway, been an all right day. Pretty much have hiked all day nonstop except for a 15-minute lunch break, and got water, which took me about 15 minutes. I didn't filter it. There was no way I could. I could only pour it and get my bottle down in there, and laying it horizontal, so that I only could half fill it. And then I had to fill my other bottle with it, and my bladder sitting up there, and then fill my other bottle that I was using as a collector half full. So got about 3 liters, and probably what I don't use now, it'll freeze. And boy, look, tomorrow, unless they have some caches, I got a long water haul again. There's water a mile past this campsite, if there's any in it. And after that, there's no water for, I think it was 11 miles. And getting water in the morning when it's freezing temps sucks. So anyway, I'm gonna get to camp, and it's gonna be in no sun, but it seems like the wind's pretty much blocked. Feel a little bit, but nothing like on top. That's a huge difference. So I'll show you my campsite when I get there. All right, see you. Bye. Well, I've found where I'm camping. I'm at mile 948. Started at 934. There's the PCT trail. There's the sun setting in the west. And I'm just right here. Actually, this was the campsite I'm standing on. It's right next to the trail. But this one back here was a little flatter. Good Lord, that tent's slanting down. Good Lord. That thing's slanting everywhere. But anyway, it's getting cold, and I got to hurry up and get set up and get my tent and change clothes and eat. All right, see you tomorrow. Oh, I passed a Nobo just about 10 minutes ago, and he said he passed 2 girls this morning. They were Sobos, Asian girl and another girl, early this morning. So there's 2 more that must have passed me while I was in town. So anyway, I'm going to get going, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.